if we're going to draw letters in 1-point perspective, they need to be block or bubble letters. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write my initials in block letters. Now I do this a lot, so I know how to make each letter in a block. But if you've never done this before, here's a little trick. You can draw very, very lightly, barely touching your pencil to the paper. Draw one of the letters just regularly, how you would normally draw it. And then what you do is you'll press a little harder and you'll make a fence all the way around your letter, never touching the letter, but a fence around the letter. And you also go inside any holes that a letter might have. From there, because you drew the first letter very lightly, you can go ahead and erase that first part of the letter that you drew, and then you have a block letter. Go ahead and draw all 3 initials of yours in block letters. When you're done drawing in block letters, you need the same parts of a 1-point perspective. So again, we start with a horizon line up at the top of our paper. And I drew my letters pretty big, so I'm going to draw my horizon line pretty high. And I'm going to add a vanishing point. I'm going to put a dot in the middle where everything vanishes. Now, just like I showed you with the curved shape, my letters have curves in them. So I'm going to put my pencil on my vanishing point and then slide my ruler until it's just barely up against the side of my letter. And I'm going to do that for every corner and every shape. Now you'll notice with this C, I ran into the side of the P, so I'm actually going to stop. I'm not going to go through another letter. I'm going to do that for the bottom corners of the C. Again, I'm not going to go through another letter to get to the vanishing point. And then up against that curve. You can see my C is starting to look 3D. I'm going to do the same thing with my other letters. Line up my ruler with any corners and turn my ruler so it's just touching any curves. And don't forget about any lower areas of your letters. They would also be moving towards the vanishing point and any inside areas of your letters. If you accidentally go through a letter, you can just erase. That's why we work in pencil first. And now your letters should look like they're 3D and like they're going far away from you and getting smaller towards that vanishing point.